You're watching Travers Visitors Channel.
Here's a look at some of the things going on in the Grand Traverse region this week from the Travers Visitors Channel. Just 15 miles south of Traverse City on M37 is the 46th annual Buckley Old Engine Show. If you enjoy old engines of all types, then this event is for you. There are farm demonstrations, kids' play areas, cider mill demonstrations, a tractor parade, and much more. This event goes from August the 15th through the 18th. Friday in downtown Traverse City, it's Friday Night Live. Enjoy live entertainment, local vendors and performers, plus plenty to do for the kids. It's a great way to enjoy downtown Traverse City. Friday Night Live goes from 5 to 7 p.m., and there's no cost to attend. Also on Friday evening, it's Paella in the Park, featuring local wineries and local food, and of course, delicious paella. This event is in the open space on the shores of West Grand Traverse Bay and goes from 5 to 11 p.m. For more information about tickets, you can go to mynorthtickets.com. At the Music House Museum in nearby Acme, it's Charlie Chaplin and the Tramp, with the soundtrack performed live by internationally acclaimed organist Dale Ziegler and his wife Gail. Showings Saturday evening are 5:30 and 7:30. For more information, you can visit musichouse.org. Also on Saturday, it's the Dune Dash along the Sleeping Bear Heritage Trail, just west of Traverse City at the Sleeping Bear National Lakeshore. This 4-mile run-walk starts at 9 a.m. at the Dune Climb and takes you through the most beautiful place in America. And there's a look at some of the things going on from the Travers Visitors Channel.
Birds of Paradise is an exhibition developed by the National Geographic Society and Cornell Lab of Ornithology, and it documents the expeditions in the island of New Guinea to study the birds of paradise. And the birds of paradise are a very unique species of bird in that the males have developed this elaborate system of display and dance and courtship, along with colorful feathers and ornamentation that make them stand out, especially against their female counterparts, who are generally more plain looking and browns and blacks and that sort of thing. There are a lot of photographs, but there are also a lot of videos that capture the courtship displays. There's also several games you can play. You can build your own virtual bird of paradise, and you can also dance with the birds in front of a large screen, and you can be judged by the audience. You're going to hear a lot of things. There's a lot of sound in the exhibition. You're going to see a lot of colorful videos, a lot of humor, there's cartoons, a little bit of something for everyone. Oh man, one word to describe it. I'd say excitement.
What's coming up? Let's look ahead to special events in the area.
farmers market downtown has been around for over 30 years. And the Sarah Hardy Downtown Farmers Market is the largest farmers market in northern Michigan.
It makes me very happy. There's a lot of nice people here. I surround myself with people that are looking for local, especially organic produce.
So at the market you can find any locally grown fruit or vegetable, and the great thing about Michigan is that you can grow so much here in this state. We're actually, by some counts, the second most diverse state in terms of what you can grow and what is grown, just behind California. The Sarah Hardy Downtown Farmers Market is located at Cass and the Parkway, conveniently located next to the brand new, newly renovated Clinch Park Tunnel, which takes you under the Parkway to Clinch Park, to the brand new Clinch Park improvements, which include a new beach house and splash pad and new playground. The Sarah Hardy Downtown Farmers Market is fun for all.
Hello, Jimmy John's?
Jimmy John's here.
What took you so long?
Jimmy John's, freaky fast delivery.
I love the man in uniform.
Have you heard the latest buzz? It's a delicious craft libation called mead, the ancestor of all fermented drinks and the oldest adult beverage on Earth.
The oldest or most ancient fermented beverage on this planet anyway.
In ancient cultures, honey was combined with water and left to ferment with wild yeast. Natural pollens in the honey fed the yeast, which converted the sugars to alcohol. The earliest record of mead was discovered in northern China in 2000 BC and predates written history. Monasteries made mead as a byproduct of beekeeping. In the epic poem Beowulf, the Danish warriors drank mead. In the 1958 Kirk Douglas movie The Vikings, mead was the beverage of choice in the Great Hall. Today, mead ranges from 6 to 19% alcohol by volume and is fermented with a wide variety of natural ingredients, particularly fruit. The process of making mead is called mazing, with the equivalent of a brewmaster or winemaker called a mazer.
We do mostly star thistle meads because it's a Michigan product, and we use that base in melomels, which are meads made with a fruit added to it. We do make piment. A piment is mead with grape wine.
The mead styles themselves also have a unique set of names specific to the recipe of ingredients.
It takes a day to put the batch together and blend it all up, pitch the yeast. And then my product ferments out in about 4 weeks. I make 9 varieties. I have 8 of them available right now. They're all a combination of a metheglin and a melomel.
Our area meaderies not only use local honey, our famous cherries, grapes, berries, herbs, and spices to produce an eclectic spectrum of mead products. Acoustic Mead of nearby Lake Ann features a variety of tasty buzz.
Raspberry, cranberry, as well as jasmine tea. Now that's blueberry pomegranate, probably the smoothest or mellowest one that I make. That one's strawberry with rosehip tea. It's just really nice, refreshing. They're all very refreshing, but that one's so spring, summer like liquid garden.
So St. Ambrose is a spin-off of our sister company, Sleeping Bear Farms, where we produce honeys in Michigan and in Florida. We use those honeys to make our mead products. We have a couple different straight meads that are both our Star Thistle and Tupelo, aged and fermented in steel vessels. Our Razzmatazz is a gold medal winning raspberry that everyone's extremely fond of. No one gets by in this region without making a good cherry, since we have the best cherries in the world. We'd love you to come out and taste at our little tasting room here at our new startup cellar. We're open currently from 9 to 5 during the week.
The colorful St. Ambrose logo, which they call the Bee Goddess, has a historic origin.
She's a pretty unique version of the patron saint of the beekeeper. She takes care of all the beekeepers across the world.
Drink mead, it's good.
Check the local wine shops, party stores, and even supermarket shelves for this honey of an adult treat. A simple product of Mother Nature, courtesy of the Hive.
Featuring over 200 diverse species of our fine-feathered friends.
Michigan's unique Petoskey stone, a honeycombed, earth-shaded treasure, embraces a Devonian heritage, a colonial design, an Indian legend, and a lakeshore city. 350 million years ago, Michigan was covered with warm, shallow seas, dominated by reefs of coral heads composed of six-sided colony coral of the genus Hexagonaria, found in rock strata from the Devonian age, over 3 times as old as the dinosaurs. These Devonian outcrops are found in less than 3% of the total United States landmass. This fossilized coral became the Petoskey stone 2 million years ago in the Pleistocene age, when giant melting glaciers spread them over the northwest portion of Michigan's Lower Peninsula, as well as the state's UP, or Upper Peninsula. When they are dry, Petoskey stones resemble ordinary limestone. But when wet or polished, they reveal a distinctive honeycomb pattern of 6-sided cells, many with the prized dark eye in the cell's core. Petoskey stones are primarily calcite, which is soft enough for craftsmen, yet dense enough to yield an impressive polish. In 1965, Governor George Romney signed a bill declaring the Petoskey stone as Michigan's official state stone. The Petoskey Stone Festival is held in late May each year near beautiful Torch Lake. The origin of the Petoskey name weaves rich history and colorful local legend. According to the local Ottawa tribe, a fur trader and descendant of French nobility named Antoine Carr married an Ottawa princess. The next spring, as the couple watched the early rays of the sun shine in the face of their newborn son, they named him Petoskey, meaning rays of dawn or sunbeams of promise. Petoskey later married the daughter of Chief Pokozagan, a famous Ottawa chief of Michigan's northern Lower Peninsula. They were blessed with 2 daughters and 8 sons. In 1873, a group of settlers at Bear Creek on the tip of northern Michigan's Little Traverse Bay named their new town after the legendary chief, translating the name to Petoskey. The stones sold there as souvenirs became known as Petoskey stones. You can find Petoskey stones in Michigan from Traverse City across the state to Alpena, but they are most common on the shores of Lake Michigan and Little Traverse Bay, and in area gravel pits and road beds when rainy days suddenly reveal these historic treasures. Fine jewelers and lapidary artists, spurred by the increasing popularity of this unique keepsake, have fashioned a wide variety of Petoskey stone creations now available throughout Michigan and online outlets. Many find their 350 million-year-old accessories make them feel quite young by comparison. Others just enjoy the hunt and the discovery of a treasure found few places in the world.
You're watching TVC, Travers Visitors Channel.
Considered among the rarest and most expensive wines in the world,
Experience the great outdoors and embrace Mother Nature by exploring our area's many incredible natural preserves. Open to the public year-round, free of charge. Many of these inspirational retreats feature protected, managed marked trails that offer adventure, exercise, and escape from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. Learn details on these natural wonderlands at the Conservancy's websites for the best spots to hike, bike, birdwatch, canoe or kayak, cross-country ski or snowshoe, swim, fish, or even hunt. Both of our local groups, the Grand Traverse Regional Land Conservancy and the Leelanau Conservancy, schedule guided special events in all seasons showcasing the unique features, flora, and fauna of these places, many of which have been donated to preserve our forest, farmlands, dunes, and other natural landscapes far into the future for family, friends, and you, our welcome visitors.
Hello, Jimmy Johns?
Jimmy John's here.
What took you so long?
Jimmy John, freaky fast delivery.
I love a man in uniform.
You're watching Travers Visitors Channel.
A popular pursuit here in the great natural retreat we call the Grand Traverse region is birdwatching, featuring over 200 diverse species of our fine-feathered friends, from colorful finches to nocturnal noisemakers and our national symbol. Some are rarer than others, while others are outright endangered.
Let us look at them as long as we wanted. That was just the most exciting thing. The short-eared owl is a Michigan threatened species, or Michigan endangered species, I guess. And to have it land on our property and use our property to hunt was just very exciting.
Our area offers a wide variety of habitats and ecosystems to explore.
Particularly, there's some great spots for birding that are open to the public for you to enjoy. One spot in Benzie County is the Upper Herring Lake Preserve, which features a beautiful wetland area and a boardwalk, ponds, and just a diversity of birds, particularly those that enjoy wetlands. The Georgianata Refuge Preserve right here in Traverse City off 3 Mile Road, just on the back side of the cart trail behind Traverse City State Park, is an excellent spot close to town to hike the trail and see a number of bird species, warblers and goldfinches, you name it, they're out there in the forest. And finally, the Skigmog Wildlife Area over between Kalkaska and Antrim County is a terrific spot with 7 miles of shoreline. Bald eagles, roosting, loons can be heard off in the distance, and a great boardwalk and platform to view wildlife.
Lots of other birds that we can see here, not always common. The least bittern is one that I know excites lots of other birders that you can actually see them, find them if you work hard at it here in northwest Michigan. Great spot. You get to hear sandhill cranes flying overhead many different times during the warm season, but especially the spring and the fall migration. Lots of raptors, lots of hawks migrating up the shoreline in the spring. We get more in the fall, but the spring migration is the really big time. So great opportunity and lots of things. We've got a birding festival in Leelanau County every spring, May into June. We have a year-round birding trail, the Sleeping Bear Birding Trail, sleepingbearbirdingtrail.org, in fact. And it's a year-round itinerary of 35 recommended birding locations all along M22, which is a state highway, a heritage route, 123 miles long from Manistee to Traverse City, and a fantastic place for birding in all kinds of locales. For specific details on all of the different kinds of birds, the species that you can see in this area, I think a really good source is the brand new website, www.sleepingbearbirdingtrail.org. With an incredible diversity of avian habitat and species, the Grand Traverse region is the place to be for those with a passion for the great outdoors and an appreciation of our many fine-feathered friends.
Stay tuned to Traverse Visitors Channel.
Considered among the rarest and most expensive wines in the world, called the nectar of the gods, liquid assets, or more commonly, liquid gold, is ice wine, a very limited and highly prized product of our Grand Traverse area wineries. A German style, impossible to produce in the California climate, ice wines are the latest of the late harvests, made from naturally frozen or marbleized grapes, immediately pressed and carefully fermented.
You get a third of the yield, tonnage per acre. What we have usually, we picked now 1 ton, we will get approximately 2 to 2.5 tons out of 1.5 acres. As soon as you come inside a building, it's warmer than outside, and this thawing process starts. So you have to press before the thawing process starts in order to get the concentrated juice. You know, when this thawing process starts, you have water crystals changing into ice crystals changing into water, and then you have a diluting effect already.
More often than not, it's a losing gamble by winemakers who lose tons of grapes to high winds, birds, and rot as they anxiously await the Arctic Express.
The temperature determines when you pick an ice wine. Depending on the sugar content of the grapes that you're using for ice wine, you need temperatures anywhere from 18 to 22 degrees. Some years, like in 1995, we even needed temperatures below 18 because there was so much sugar in solution that it took colder temperatures than that to freeze the grapes. And that's what we're looking for, is frozen grapes.
Valued at over $100 a bottle, ice wine is sold in half bottles, with both the market value and the complexity of the wine increasing over time. Among the world's sweetest and most delicious fermented fare, no two ice wines ever taste the same, with the unique flavors always analogized to the most succulent fruits.
Exotic fruit, fresh fruit flavors, like more than pineapple, grapefruit side, fig, a little bit of grape also in it. So nice fresh flavors, really thick, really rich bodied.
Available in extremely limited quantities, locally produced ice wine is, or was, just available, as with many of our unique Northern Michigan natural wonders. The liquid gold called ice wine is a rare and unusual find.
The press juice is a concentrate that is the true essence of the grape.
Hello, Jimmy John's?
Jimmy John's here.
What took you so long?
Jimmy John's, freaky fast delivery.
I love a man in uniform.
At the History Center of Traverse City this summer through Labor Day weekend, one of America's iconic toys is on display. Unbelievable renderings of some of this country's most recognizable structures, such as the Statue of Liberty and the White House. And from this state, visitors will recognize the Mackinac Bridge and Traverse City's State Hospital. Everything made of Legos, with a decided wow factor.
When folks walk through the door and they see Lady Liberty and the 15-foot Detroit One Center, there's just an awe, a wow effect, if you will.
This exhibit is for the whole family, right down to building your own Lego creation.
We all grew up with Lego, and we all still appreciate it. It's an art form that we can work with. And the parents and grandparents are working with the kids building cars and models, and then on the table back there they all get to show their works of art.
The Building Blocks of America shows off the incredible work of Dan Parker, a nationally known Lego artist who just so happens to be one of the few Lego masters.
Yeah, Dan Parker, the Lego master from Seattle, he's known for his detail. A lot of Lego artists are doing computer modeling, and some of the micro detail on some of Dan's sculptures are really impressive.
Everything is Lego and nothing but Lego, and that translates into a lot of Legos. The Building Blocks of America at the History Center of Traverse City, now through Labor Day, every day of the week.
Watch Traverse Visitors Channel on Charter Main Street at 8 a.m. and at 8 p.m.